You're at the restaurant?
Hello, I am live again with another amazing guy from the Billionaire Mindset edition of IBA Success Magazine. I'm excited. I feel like every time I have these conversations, I walk away with a piece of something that just sharpens my mind even more. So tune in, sit down, listen, start sharing, push the share button right now. This is Lifetime Success interviewing Carlos Vargas, right? One
Yeah.
of the men with the billionaire mindset of IBA Success Magazine, the current edition that we are in. He is on page 39. Welcome, Carlos.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you?
Fantabulous. How are you?
Fantabulous. Listen, I'm great. I am great. I'm blessed to be able to sit here and have this conversation with you, for us to be able to empower some families and learn about what it is that you do.
All right. So I'm the owner of Spectrum Solar Power. So we do residential, commercial solar, roofing, insulation, pool heating. So pretty much anything that has to do with energy efficiency for a home. And
Okay.
we do it here in Florida. We also have installs in about 8 other states. So we service about 30% of the whole country when it comes um, to solar installs and solar energy.
Cool. So solar energy. What was it that kind of got you into that? Because me just being a homeowner, I've had several people come and give me quotes and tell me, how it saves, but I just haven't heard enough to make me jump into it. So could you tell us, break it down for the ones that keep hearing about solar, but we haven't moved into that era yet?
Yeah, so I actually hear that all the time because there's a lot of people trying to do solar now. New companies come up every day. So everybody that I talk to, they've gotten several quotes or people knocking on their door, things like that. And what seems to be the problem on that is that there's a lot of misinformation from a lot of people because a lot of reps are out there just trying to sell and they're not really trying to help the homeowner and actually explain how everything works. So if you get, three different proposals, you're probably going to get three different answers to all your questions, three different prices, three different everything. Uh, so I feel like people don't take the time to actually explain the benefits and how it works because the benefits are very easy to explain. You go green, you're going to save money, etc. But how does that happen? A lot of people don't understand how it actually works. So they're a little bit hesitant to, like you said, jump on it because they're not 100% sure that it's actually going to benefit them. So we try to be pretty thorough with everyone so they have a full understanding of what they're doing so that they feel comfortable making the decision. And everything that we tell them up front, it's exactly what's going to happen. We have the proof from our customers' reviews. We have a lot of clients that they'll be happy to vouch for us. I mean, we can show you the bills from the people that are actually saving money and that got exactly what we promised them. So we try to back up everything that we say on paper and also within the installation. How I got into the business, my background's in the car business. I was in finance for a major dealer group, and I did that for about 5 years. And when I left the business, a guy recruited me to be the general manager of his solar company, and they were a pretty big company. They were selling a lot of deals, but soon into it, I kind of realized that a lot of the things that they were doing weren't very ethical, and they weren't very honest with
Mhm.
with the people or the reps and everything else. So I learned everything about the business, and I was thinking, this is a really great industry. Like this is something that definitely works, something that can definitely benefit homeowners and people in general. Um, but I feel like if you're going to do what you're doing now, then you're going to hinder the industry because people are not going to be prone to do it. This is something that I feel everybody should want to do, not
Right.
something that anybody should have questions or be concerned if they should or should not do it. And I just decided to part ways with the company. I mean, they're no longer around, if that tells you anything. And that was about 4 years ago. And I was like, well, this is a great opportunity and a great industry that's booming in Florida. If you can set something up that's going to help people and you can do it the right way, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to make this happen and make it work. And that's what I did. So I started just working for myself and trying to do things right and back up the customer more so than anything else. And just we focus more on serving the homeowners than making money on them. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, we all need to make a profit, but it doesn't have to be, by screwing people over, for lack of a better
Right.
term.
I agree. And, all of those things you said just circles around having that billionaire mindset, to me, and treating people right and fair and knowing that, the money's going to come anyway.
Mhm.
Um, Listening to you is like exactly what happened when I started getting quotes for solar. Two different people, two different stories. And it's just was so much and overwhelming, almost like a pressure that made me back up.
Mhm.
So if a person has experienced that, what can you tell them that will be differently about reaching out to you?
Well, it's basically we're no pressure, and we try to give all the information up front. So we don't really. A lot of the companies, from what I've seen, and a lot of the customers that I talk to that have spoken to different companies, uh, they basically feel like they were pressured. It's like this is what it is, and you have to do it now, right?
Right.
And they have almost this mentality of they treat customers to where they feel, well, like it's stupid if you don't do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't go about it the right way. And we the way that we approach things is we show everything to the customer up front, and we tell them that this is what it's going to be, and we show them how it works and why it's going to work that way. So my mentality is very simple when it comes to that, whether it's me or my reps. Like, by the time we're done explaining everything to you before you make the decision, like, you should be able to sell solar yourself. Like, you should be able to know exactly how everything works and what it is that you're getting into, and there should be no doubt on your mind that you're making the right decision. Because if you're not ready to make the decision, that means that we didn't do a good enough job um, explaining everything to you, making you feel comfortable about what you're looking to do. So we never want the customer to feel like this is something that they have to do right now, or that it's something that they should feel pressure to do. It's something that they should feel like it's a smart decision for them to do it, provided that they're getting everything that they're being promised, which is what we always stick to.
So if you are just tuning in, we are talking with Carlos. Carlos, you are with Solar Power.
Mhm.
So we are talking all about solar power, the benefits of it, how you can go about even just understanding what it can do for you. To me, I was told that at some point you're not going to have an electric bill. Is that true, Carlos?
Yeah, that's 100% true. So, provided that you have enough roof space and the system is designed correctly, you can 100% eliminate your entire power bill. That's based on what's called net metering here in Florida, and it's a pretty simple concept. So, the utility company will pay you 100% of what you produce from your system back to you. So, it's a one-to-one credit. So, what you're doing is you're essentially putting a big solar power generator on your roof, right? And that system should produce all the electricity that you consume from the utility company or more. So the way it works is, let's say that you use $200 of electricity from Duke Energy every month.
Mhm.
Your system produces $200 worth of electricity every month. Well, Duke gave you $200 of electricity, and you gave back $200 of electricity, meaning that now you don't owe them anything. You guys are even.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Does that normally take a little while after you get the system to start reaping the benefits, or is it something that you kind of see an immediate change in what you're spending on your utility bill?
You should be seeing an immediate change. Um, the issue is that right now there's a lot of incentives for homeowners, tax credits. Utility companies have different benefits that they each individually have per their jurisdiction, and a lot of people basically they sell you on the investment long term, which is still
Okay.
great, but there's still ways to do it to where you should be seeing things immediately, to where your first or second power bill is completely taken care of and you're saving money from the beginning. And that's why a lot of customers decide to go with us, is because a lot of people are looking to, they're looking to save $20,000, $30,000 over 25 years, right? But if you price the system right and you design it right and you're upfront about what you can do and what they can expect, they should be able to save money immediately. So it shouldn't have to be a long process, and it shouldn't have to be based on the incentives or the tax credits and things like that. So what we tell our clients is, for example, with the tax credit, which depending on the system, it could be, $10, $12, $15,000. A lot of companies use that as a benefit to sell the system, right?
Mhm.
Which means that they're not really taking that into account when it comes to pricing the system.
Okay.
Not everybody's going to qualify for that. Not everybody's going to get it. So with us, whether you're getting the incentive or not, you're still going to be saving money. So to us, the tax credit, as an example, is just a bonus that you're getting for
Okay.
getting on your home. That's not the reason why you should do it. That's just an additional benefit that you're going to get. Because when the tax credit goes away, we're still going to be saving people money the same way that we are now.
Wow. Well, what I really love about you and the fact that you're a part of this edition is that you have the knowledge and you can answer the questions. And I think that's what any consumer wants. So that shows your passion in your industry. As a man with a billionaire mindset, and I'm asking all of the men this, how do you stay motivated? Tell us a little bit about your daily routine.
Well, my daily routine, when we're firing on all cylinders, I try to wake up pretty early, 4:35 a.m. Try to go to the gym, so 5 times a week or so, because we never know how our day's gonna be. So if you don't get it out of the way early, sometimes you don't get a chance to do it, and then you just feel bad and miserable that you didn't go in the afternoon, right?
That's
And then,
me.
huh?
That's me. And then it's like, I'll do it tomorrow and I'll do it again. And then it just doesn't happen.
Well, no, the good thing is if you get the gym out of the way in the morning, and then you do have a break in the middle of the day, then you can take a nap. So
Yeah, I like to see a nap get fit in my schedule.
a little bit of nap time if you plan your day right. So my morning's usually done by 7:30. So that's usually gym, meal prep, some reading or audiobooks, anything like that. Then I get ready to either head to the office or whatever site we're going to that day. And then just going all through the emails, planning out the day, following up with all the customers, all the deals in the pipeline. And then mostly throughout the day, we're just working deals. We're reaching out to customers. We're making sure that there's no issues with anybody. We're following up with the people that are looking for quotes, promoting social media, and we just try to stay busy all the time with all the guys, just promoting the business and dealing with everybody. Most of our customers are referrals, so we're always in constant contact with all of the referral sources that we have. So we do a lot of our business model is a little bit different than a lot of companies. We don't have a team of 20 kids like going out door knocking and trying to generate leads and do that high pressure sale that you were talking about.
Right.
We market more to companies, different entities, like things like that, and then we just try to sell in bulk. You know what I mean? So we basically try to. So when we close deals, it's usually 10, 12, 15 deals at a time because they came from a source that they trust us and that they're comfortable giving our information and putting us in front of their employees or their other clients and things of that nature. A lot of networking. I would say 80% of my time is just networking.
Wow, networking. That is so important. That is my life. I love to network with creating IBA Success Magazine and understanding that it takes more than just the magazine, to network, to get exposure. This is why we do the Lifetime Success interviews, the events, bringing individuals right to the source that they may have an issue or a problem with, or just want to do better in their households. So if you are just tuning in, you have missed some great nuggets from Carlos about how you can save. But you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and you can watch this interview as well as any other interview. Carlos is on page 39. Every time I look at the book, it's like, it's so hot, I got to put it right back down because you guys are rocking this campaign. So many great stories, so much motivation, and of course, it's not always that way. Everything is not always great. When you have a bump in the road or when something doesn't go the way you want it to go or you're not getting sales, what do you do, Carlos?
It's always go back to the basics. When I first got in sales, my old boss used to tell me I was 18 years old. I didn't know what I was doing. I was actually pretty bad at it. He always used to tell me, just run, block, tackle, because he referred everything to sports. So when you're in a funk and you're having a bad day, you really, even if it doesn't matter if you're the CEO, you still have to go back to doing what you're supposed to do, making phone calls, sending emails, trying to reach out to people. So I feel like a lot of people in our industry, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're networking, you're still doing sales, even if it's just selling yourself, right? So you can sell your services or your brand, and it's about the sales activity. That's what I call it. Because a lot of people get upset about not getting deals, right? But I feel like a lot of people forget about like the sales activities. Like, what are you doing right now that's going to produce you more deals? Because you might not be in front of a customer. You might not be actively closing a deal, right? And you might not even have a customer to talk to right now, right? But then what are you doing to try to get that customer?
Yes.
If you're just waiting for people to come to you, I mean, you're not going to last very long.
You're not going to last very long. And you know what? That's a good key and a good part of having a billionaire mindset. Make sure you share this video, tag a friend, especially your homeowner friends that you want to share to them how they can go about saving money on their utility bill. Carlos can be reached at Carlos at spectrumsolarpower.com. Also, you can know more about him by visiting him on the web. That is www.spectrumsolarpower.com. Carlos, I always have fun talking to you. And I don't want to hog you up from all of the viewers. So I'm going to allow you to close out and just speak to us and tell us any last minute words that you want us to know about your company.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I really have to say is that if solar is something you have considered or something that you've been thinking about, or if you have any questions, even if you already have solar and you're just not sure about what's happening because your old rep or your old company's not around, just feel free to give me a call or reach out to us. I mean, we're always happy to help. Same thing with you or any of the referrals that people have. I'm always open to talk. The biggest thing, I would say the biggest reason why people like us is because our mentality here, like, nothing's ever not my job. You know what I mean? So just because you're not my customer doesn't mean that I can't help you. I get calls. There's a company that closed down over in California that has a similar name. So I've been getting a lot of phone calls from people that find me online thinking that I'm the company. I'm not. I can't help you. I'm in Florida, right? I'm not in California. But you'd be surprised how many hours I spent on the phone trying to resolve these people's issues. Because I could very easily be like, hey, man, you got the wrong number. Good luck.
Yeah.
But then what kind of example does that set for the industry?
Yes.
I mean, like, we're trying to build a brand, not just a Spectrum Solar, but the solar industry in general. So we're trying to do good by what we're trying to create as far as a renewable energy company, not just Carlos or Spectrum Solar by itself. We want people to feel comfortable, and we want people to go solar because they know that it's the right thing to do, not just because some guy pitched you on what seemed like a good deal.
Right. Wow. Well, thank you so very much. Don't forget, listen, Carlos is on page 39. This current edition, Men with a Billionaire Mindset, he is available to help you save some money so you can get those billions up in your account, all through solar power. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. You have watched another episode of Lifetime Success, and we are still campaigning with the Men with a Billionaire Mindset. Carlos, I look forward to seeing you really soon, like literally at my house.
Okay, yeah.
Tell me a little bit more, okay?
Give you the IBA special.
Thank you. All right. You all have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, share this video, tag a friend, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also subscribe and read the online edition of IBA Success Magazine. It's absolutely free to read online. You all have a great night. Again, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Carlos.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.